Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ. In this video, I will cover all the defense news. All the defense news from January to August. Very latest. So, and had planned originally to bring this video to you the next month, but since the AFCAT exam is near, I decided to bring it a little earlier so that you can get sufficient time for your preparation. So this video has all the news that you need to know for your exams. This video will be in English language only. Now I have been making so many videos in Hindi language, so I need to do something for the English viewers also. So this video will be only in English and not in Hindi. And this video will cover all the news from Jan to August. Very soon, after 4 days, I will bring to you a video on the important banking news for the month of January, for the month of June and July. That will also be in English language. So let's begin. While I dictate the concepts, I will start with Jan and then I will proceed towards the August. So this is from Jan. I'm starting from Jan, then I will proceed towards August. One more thing, I will cover only the important concepts that you need to know. I am not covering anything analytical. I am not covering anything in too much depth that is not required at your level. So I'll just tell you the concept which you need to know for your exam, and you need to revise these concepts. And even revising these basic concepts is a Herculean task. Okay, so let me begin without further ado. So India's LRSAM, long range surface to air missile Barak 8. This is a short question in the coming exam, and I'll tell you why. Because Barak 8 is a missile which is developed by two countries. One is of course India, and the second is India's very good friend Israel. Israel is one of the all-weather friends of India. It's one of our closest allies, and India, Israel, they have together made this missile Barak the 8th. And the missile was fired from INS Kolkata. INS means Indian Naval Ship. By the way, you need not know from which ship the missile was fired unless I tell you to. Now, India successfully test fired its indigenously developed. Whenever you see the word indigenously developed, it means made by India. Indigenous means when it is made in our country, manufactured in our country. So, the name is MBRL Pinaka 2 at Pokhran. Pokhran is in Rajasthan, very famous firing station. So MBRL means multi-barrel rocket launcher. Name is Pinaka 2. So whenever you see these questions, you need not know from where it was launched. You just need to know the name. If they give you 4 options, which is a multi-barrel rocket launcher, answer is Pinaka 2. Pinaka 2, and it is an unguided rocket system and capable of neutralizing large areas with rapid salvos. DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, which is called DRDO. 90% of these things are made by DRDO only. So DRDO test fired anti-tank missile. Very simple. Anti-tank missile which is called NAG. And I will tell you a simple way to remember. See, anti-tank, right? So you write anti-tank. Now take the first word A and take the N from tank. Okay, then it and just invert it. I know it's a little weird, but you can remember it. Okay, anti-tank missile is NAG. NAG, again, Rajasthan. So it is a 3rd generation fire and forget and can be fired anti-tank missile. It can be fired during night, during day. So it is a 3rd generation missile. CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force. It is a paramilitary force. CRPF, CISF, Indo-Tibetan Force and Assam Rifle. These are all paramilitary force. India has the largest paramilitary force in the world and 2nd largest army. Remember that. So CRPF to deploy women commando in anti-Naxal operation. Yes, that's true. Women will now be in anti-Naxal operations in the Naxal affected areas. What are Naxal affected area? What is Naxalism? Left-wing extremism. Left-wing extremism is called Naxalism. So Naxalism, Maoism, all this is left-wing extremism. So 300 women commando, CRPF 300 women commando for left-wing extremism. And this decision was announced in January by CRPF Director General. Name is Prakash Mishra. So don't forget this name. Indo-French military exercise. So the most important question which come in your exam are the military exercises. So which military exercises have taken place? Only those will come, and the previous ones will not come. So Indo-French, India and France together they conducted Shakti 2016. Where? Rajasthan, Bikaner. I repeat, India, French conducted military exercise. Why do countries conduct military exercise together? Well, to strengthen each other, to strategical analysis and defensive enforcements and getting hands-on training, learning the ropes for, of other countries and things like that. So military exercise. So it was a 8-day counter-terrorism and counter-insurgency joint exercise. Just remember name of the country, name of the exercise. India, France, Shakti. That's it. So indigenously built, which means made in India again. Made in India what? It is a anti-submarine warfare. ASW corvette. What is the name? INS Kadmat. Why it is called INS Kadmat? Because INS Kadmat is named after one of the large island among the Lakshadweep group. Which is the largest island of Lakshadweep group? It is Minicoy. You remember my geography lessons. Minicoy is the largest island in Lakshadweep. So anti-submarine warfare name is INS Kadmat. It is commissioned in the Indian Navy. It was commissioned by the then Admiral R.K. Dhawan. Right now Admiral is not R.K. Dhawan. It is Sunil Lamba. Don't forget that. Next, DRDO Defence Research Development Organization has successfully test fired new tank ammunition for Arjun MBT. What is Arjun MBT? So it is they have test fired a new tank ammunition. So this is specially designed for Arjun main battle tank, which is called MBT in short. It is a penetration cum blast PCB and thermobaric ammunition tank, and it was fired from very famous station Chandipur, Odisha. Guard exercise. So guard means coast guard. Coast guard. Bharatiya Tat Rakshak. Tat Rakshak means coast guard. So between India and Japan. So Sahyog, Kaijin, Japan. Where did it take place? Chennai. So very, very important. This is a short question. It is a biennial exercise. Biennial means once in 2 years. Every alternate year. So don't forget that. And which is the Indian Coast Guard vessel that participated? Samudra Peheredar, which means the guardian of the ocean. Samudra Peheredar. Peheredar means your watchman. And the Japanese vessel Akigo. So Japanese vessel Akigo and Indian Samudra Peheredar participated. Sahyog-Kaijin, India and Japan. India successfully test fired Akash missile. Akash missile. It is very, very important. It is developed by DRDO. It is developed by DRDO. What does it mean it is developed by DRDO? It means it is made in India. Defense Research Development Organization. So, as I said, it is indigenously built and it is a surface to air. This is very important. Surface to air Akash missile, again from Chandipur in Odisha. So, it is a mid-range surface to air missile. Then again an exercise which is a Sino-India. Sino means China. So, India-China Cooperation 2016 held in Chusul Moldo. Chusul Moldo is in Ladakh, which is a part of Trans-Himalayas. So, Chusul Moldo area in Ladakh, in Jammu and Kashmir, India-China exercise. By the way, India-China exercise is called hand in hand. Hand in hand. International Fleet Review. This is the most important part. International Fleet Review. It took place in India. Yes, and lot of good countries, lot of big countries participated. In fact, all the 5 permanent members of United Nations Security Council participated. USA, China, UK, Russia and France. Visakhapatnam. Where is Visakhapatnam? Andhra Pradesh. It is a coastal town in Andhra Pradesh. So, and the people no less than the PM of India and President of India were present. So, Modi was present, Pranab Mukherjee was present, and it was conducted in India. Very, very important in February by the Indian Navy. And what was the mascot? Dolphin. Dolphin resemble, the ocean. So, dolphin was the mascot. And that's all you need to know. Yeah, you should also know this. First International Fleet Review was held in Mumbai in 2001 when APJ Abdul Kalam was the president. Very, very important exercise. IBSAMAR. IBSAMAR, India, Brazil, South Africa. IBSAMAR. Okay. I, India, B, Brazil, S, A, South Africa. Brazil, South Africa. Where did it took place? In Goa. Where did it take place? In Goa. So, Goa and IBSAMAR in Goa. Very, very important. Next. India successfully test fired Prithvi II. Indigenous. Again, Prithvi II is indigenous. What is the range? 350 km. Okay. It can carry 500 kg to 1000 kg of warhead. I am talking about nuclear warhead. So, it's a very dangerous missile and developed by again DRDO. Indigenous missile made in India. So, again Prithvi II. Now, super important. Defense exercise between India and Seychelles Island. Yes, I am right. Seychelles. We don't see Modi made a visit to Seychelles. You know why? Because Indian Ocean is going to be the next big thing, and I will make a video on this. Why there is a struggle for South China, for Indian Ocean. I'll cover this in depth and detail. So Seychelles, India and Seychelles, Lamithye 2016. It took place between India and Seychelles. It was a military exercise, 2-week long exercise in February. So India, Seychelles, Lamithye 2016. It was 7th exercise. 7th Lamithye 2016. Then there was an Indo-Nepal exercise called Surya Kiran. Indo-Nepal Surya Kiran at Uttarakhand in Pithoragarh. Pithoragarh, you remember from where Mansarovar Yatra takes place? Pithoragarh. So, if you remember Lipu Lake Pass, if you remember my geography videos, Lipu Lake Pass in Pithoragarh, from where we have a Mansarovar Yatra, Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. Anyways, Indo-Nepal Surya Kiran. Next. India test fired Agni 1 ballistic missile from Wheeler Island. The new name of Wheeler Island is APJ Abdul Kalam Island. Okay. And it is on the coast of Odisha. Agni 1 was developed by Advanced System Laboratory, which is a part of DRDO, and it is the range is 700 kilometer. So Agni 1 700 kilometer is the range, and it was test fired by India from Wheeler Island. India and ASEAN. What is ASEAN? Association of Southeast Asian Nations. ASEAN. ASEAN was formed on 8th August 1967 by Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and all these countries. So India is not a part of ASEAN. India is not a South Asian, East Asian country. India is a part of SAARC. So India and ASEAN, there was an exercise called Force 18. Force 18, it was very big exercise and most important. Why most important? Because for the first time in the history of India, a woman was heading this, Lieutenant Colonel Sophia Qureshi. Lieutenant Colonel Sophia Qureshi, she now has the rare distinction of becoming the first woman officer to lead an Indian Army exercise of such a big stature. So, name is Force 18 between India and ASEAN. Where did it take place? Pune, Maharashtra. India-Indonesia, what is the name? Garuda Shakti IV. Where did it take place? In Indonesia, at a place called Magelang. India-Indonesia Garuda Shakti IV at Magelang. Very, very important. Indian Air Force successfully conducted exercise called Iron Fist. Iron Fist, it was attended by Modi, it was attended by all the bigwigs, Rajnath Singh. It was basically by Indian Air Force to check how ready they are. How ready they are. So they are not very ready, to be honest. And until we get some big planes from France, you know which planes I'm talking about. I'm talking about Rafale. And also we should get Poseidon from US. Then we will be ready. So Indian Air Force, they conducted exercise called Iron Fist in Pokhran. Where is Pokhran? Pokhran is in Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. Okay, moving ahead. Indian Coast Guard vessel. What is the name? Arnvesh. This question has already been asked in one of the exams. Indian Coast Guard vessel Arnvesh. It was commissioned. Where? Visakhapatnam. Just know the name. It is a fast patrol vessel. ICGS, Indian Coast Guard vessel. Arnvesh. It was commissioned at Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. Tata Motors, they will make 619 high mobility vehicle trucks of the Indian Army. So Indian Army collaborated with Tata Motors. Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar, he flagged off India's first made in India Sonar Dome. Sonar Dome. Sonar technology, I'm sure you are familiar with Sonar technology. Sonar Dome. Where? In Goa. So India's first indigenous composite bow-mounted sonar dome. So just remember, it is a bow-mounted. I'm not sure what it means. Sonar dome. So it's again developed by DRDO. This is important. Panagarh Air Base. It is in West Bengal, and it will be renamed after former Indian Air Force Chief Arjan Singh, Air Chief Marshal Arjan Singh. Very, very important. So who was known for his bravado, his bravery. So Air Force Chief Arjan Singh, Panagarh Air Base in West Bengal. Very, very important. And Mr. Arjan Singh, he led the Tiger Squadron in saving Imphal Valley against the Japanese forces. Nuclear capable K4 undersea ballistic missile. So undersea ballistic missile is K4, and it was successfully test fired from INS Arihant. Where is INS Arihant? Visakhapatnam coast, Andhra Pradesh. So it is a nuclear capable missile. Very, very important. And missile has an effective range of 3,500 km. INS Kurmuk corvette. It participated in the exercise between India and Thailand, which is called CORPAT. In the Indo-Thai Coordinated Patrol, in short, CORPAT. Very important. Where did it take place? Port Blair, capital of Andaman and Nicobar. Which ship? INS Kurmuk. INS Kurmuk. Which exercise? CORPAT, between India and Thailand. India-Mongolia, very, very important. Nomadic elephant. Yes, nomadic elephant. India-Mongolia joint military exercise, nomadic elephant. So know about this. Very, very important. Naval detachment inaugurated at Androth Island of Lakshadweep. Naval detachment. It was inaugurated at the Androth Island of Lakshadweep, and naval detachment. Just know the name. That's it. Then Indian Navy decommissioned. Decommission mean when the ship is no longer in use, you decommission it. Commission means you start a ship. Decommission means when it has expired. Every ship has an expiry date. So which ships were decommissioned? Two, very important. INS Veer and INS Nipat. INS Veer and INS Nipat were at the ceremony in Naval Dockyard, Mumbai. Then there is a offshore patrol vessel, ICGS, again Coast Guard, Shaurya. It is an offshore patrol vessel. What is the name? What is the meaning of patrol? Patrol means to keep a check on. So which takes care of the sea, which watches the sea from the top. That is called a patrol vessel. So it is just like a CCTV camera in a way. It keeps a check. So ICGS Shaurya launched. What is the name? And Vasco is in Goa. So it is an offshore patrol vessel, ICGS Shaurya. Next, Indian Navy, it has decommissioned fighter plane Sea Harrier. Indian Navy has decommissioned fighter plane called Sea Harrier. It is an iconic plane, Sea Harrier. It's a jet. So it was in May 2016. Two Harbour Defence Systems, they were commissioned at Vizag to enhance the Navy's surveillance capability. So they were two, and they were commissioned by our Vice Admiral HCS Bisht at the Naval Dockyard in Visakhapatnam. Integrated Underwater Harbour Defence and Surveillance System, in short IUHDSS, and Mine Warfare Data Center were inaugurated on 11 of May 2016. Then India successfully test-fired indigenous advanced air defense interceptor missile Ashwin. This is the most important, one of the most important, if not the most important, our advanced air defense interceptor missile. It is an interceptor missile, and again it was from Abdul Kalam Island, that is the Wheeler Island of the coast of Odisha. And not many countries have interceptor missile. So only United States, Russia and Israel have. So India has become the fourth country in the world to have an interceptor missile, and it is developed by indigenously by DRDO. Then there was a red flag exercise which concluded in Alaska, again between India and America. So it was a 4-week long aerial combat exercise. It was held in America, and you know that a US Air Force is considered to be the best in the world, and India and US air exercise in Alaska. So red flag Alaska, it was held at Eielson Air Force Base in Alaska, and it is a successor to the previous Cope Thunder exercise. Cope Thunder. India successfully test-fired Prithvi II. Prithvi II, very important. Prithvi II has a strike range of 350 km, and that's all you need to know about it. Then there was a exercise CORPAT between India and Indonesia. It's coordinated patrol. The one CORPAT was between India and Thailand also, if you recall. So India-Indonesia CORPAT in Belawan in Indonesia. Indian naval ship Tarmugli. This question was asked, in fact, in one of the exam. Indian naval ship Tarmugli, it was commissioned into the Indian Navy, again by Vice Admiral HCS Bisht, where in Visakhapatnam. It is a fast attack craft, INS Tarmugli. Then Indian Coast Guard ship, name is Arush. Coast Guard ship. One was Arunesh, one is Arush. Arush and Arunesh, just remember like that. They were commissioned, they were started at Kochi. Very, very important. And Arush is the 17th ship in the series of 20 fast patrol vessel designed and built by Cochin Shipyard Limited. Land attack version of BrahMos missile. See, BrahMos missile is a missile which is built with the help of Russia. Yes, our all-weather friend Russia. So land attack version of BrahMos missile was successfully test-fired from Pokhran in Jaisalmer in Rajasthan, and it is an Indo-Russian joint venture. BrahMos missile are developed with the help of Russia. And BrahMos is named after two rivers. Brah means Brahmaputra, which is partly Indian, although it is a Chinese river, and Mos stands for Moskva, which is a river of the Russia. So it is the fastest missile in the world, and it has a range of 290 km. So which is the fastest missile in the world? BrahMos. It has a range of 290 km. It is developed with the help of Russia. BrahMos. Just remember the name. Manohar Parrikar, Defence Minister, he inaugurated second submarine assembly workshop in Mazgaon Dockyard, if you recall. So Mazagaon Dock Limited, and Manohar Parrikar inaugurated second submarine assembly. INS Kalvari is the second. Remember, INS Kalvari, it is second. It is the first actually, and INS Kalvari is the first submarine of this class, and it will join Indian Navy at the end of 2016. So INS Kalvari is the first of this submarine class. So submarine assembly, and he inaugurated second submarine assembly. INS Kalvari is the first, and he inaugurated the second. Then there was an exercise which is called Eagle. Eagle takes place between which two countries? It is between India and United Arab Emirates. It is a Air Force exercise. Very, very important. It took place in Abu Dhabi, which is the capital of United Arab Emirates. India Reserve Battalion. Very important. India Reserve Battalion will be renamed Maharana Pratap, after Maharana Pratap, who was one of the greatest rulers of the Mewar region in the Rajasthan. So Maharana Pratap, Indian Reserve Battalion. So, and it was announced by Rajnath Singh, and Vasundhara Raje was also present in Rajasthan. Joint naval exercise called Malabar. This is the exercise which which is giving sleepless nights to China, and the purpose is to scare China, because China has been exerting its dominance in the South China Sea. It is giving trouble to India. In the East China Sea, it is giving trouble to our friend Japan. So enemy of the enemy is your friend. We and Japanese are best friends because China is the common enemy. So joint naval exercise Malabar. It is between India, Japan, and US. US is acting as a fulcrum point, and US also wants to scare off China. China is really scared about the Malabar exercise. And you should know the name of the ships also which participated in the Malabar exercise. INS Satpura, Sahyadri, Shakti, and Karj. So remember SSSK, Sahyadri, Shakti, Satpura, and Karj. Then Navy inducted our own indigenously heavyweight torpedo called Varunastra. Varunastra. It reminds me of some weapons from the epoch of Mahabharata. Varunastra. What is Varunastra? It is our own built heavyweight torpedo. Then this is very important. Tejas. Tejas is what? It is an aircraft. Tejas. It is light combat aircraft, and it was inducted into the Indian Air Force on 1st of July 2016. Very, very recent. Very, very important, because this is a very, very potent aircraft. Tejas. Next. INS Tarasha. INS Tarasha is launched by the Indian Navy. It is a follow-on water jet fast attack craft. It was at Kolkata, launched by the Indian Navy. Indian naval ship Tarasha. What it is a follow-on water jet fast attack craft. Then there was an exercise, again very, very important, RIPMAC 2016. Where? Hawaii. RIPMAC 2016. More than 26 countries participated in it. So this is extremely, extremely important. India was also one of these 26 countries. That is the very reason I am mentioning it. It took place in Hawaii in USA. Then India's first integrated defense communication network was launched, and this question will be surely asked. India's first integrated defense communication network, and it was inaugurated by the Defense Minister Manohar Parrikar at the South Block. Chief of Naval Staff, who is it? Sunil Lamba. Don't write R.K. Dhovan. Now it is Sunil Lamba. He has commissioned another ship called INS Karna. It is a Marcos, which means Marine Commandos. In short, Marcos. So INS Karna. INS Karna. INS Karna is located on the premises of the INS Kalinga near Bhimili. And Captain Varun Singh will be the commanding officer of INS Karna. India has signed $1 billion deal with US. It is buying Poseidon 8I aircrafts. Poseidon is the Greek god of sea. You must have seen the movie Poseidon, in which the ship drowns just like Titanic. Poseidon is the god of the sea. And Poseidon 8I aircraft. Very, very important. And we are buying Rafale from France, and we are buying Poseidon from America. Pakistan also wanted to buy F-16 from America, but the deal fell through because there was some budgetary problems. Now, India and Thailand, they are conducting a military exercise called Maitri. See, don't get confused between Lamitye and Maitri. Okay, Lamitye is different, Maitri is different. So, Maitri, and it is a joint India and Thailand military exercise. Maitri in Thailand, in Krabi, just concluded in July. It was conducted by Indian Army and Royal Thailand Army. So, it is an army exercise. So these were defense news which you need to know. Now, if you have seen this video carefully, I want to know, nomadic elephant exercise is conducted between which two countries? Nomadic elephant. Write the answer. Also tell me, Surya Kiran is between which two countries? So I'm giving you two questions. Nomadic elephant is an exercise which is conducted between which two country? And second is Surya Kiran. It is conducted between which two country? If you can answer that, you have seen it very carefully. Thanks for watching.